Hey guys, just Section of Violence here. We got another one for you. We got Ares FC. Let's get into it. A fun card. Starting off, we have Batsyuk Bayar versus Hamza El Assad. Let's see. So we have a traditional French kickboxer style striker versus a Mongolian multi-skilled fighter. He hasn't seen much of him. He hasn't faced really that high of competition. So it's a big mystery fight. We don't really know exactly what's going to happen. Obviously, you're going to lean the side of the guy who has more tools, but big pass fight for me. I have no interest in it. We're going to move on. Leon Harris versus what's his name? Guillermo Gasca. So Gasca's very hittable. Super green. Got some finishing upside, but for the most part, he's an eighth with his grappling. Um, I gotta to favor heavily Mr. Harris. Chin's high a bit, but solid grappling. He has an record. He beats good guys. Like if you look at his record, like let's see who he's fought and beat. Like he's beat Patrick Hibara. Like he has really good wins. Like you gotta trust in this guy to win. He's undefeated. I think he's lost in amateur, yeah, but one loss as an amateur, and he lost in 2021, so he hasn't lost in 3 years. Got to go with Mr. Harris here, pretty heavily on Harris. I haven't put any money yet now, but I'm confident. I'm very confident on Harris. Moving on, we have Lynn Carmen versus Stephanie Evans. Lynn Carmen's a great dog value spot. Their company wants her to win. She's the A side. But she's coming in as a dog because Stephanie Evans isn't that bad. She has some decent grappling, um, which could cause Lynn Carmen some problems. But I think Carmen's much more well-rounded. And as this price has like swung towards the Evans side, almost debating taking a shot on Carmen because the value, in my opinion, should be it should be like negative 200 Carmen or negative 150, maybe even Pick'em's at worst. But giving her plus value when she's the A side, I can see Lynn Carmen winning this fight. So I'm gonna go with Lynn Carmen here by decision. But it's gonna be a sweaty one, so I wouldn't bet this one personally. But if you feel like having a sweat, go on and bet Lynn Carmen plus 150. Good, pretty good value. Moving on, we have Saucelin Gaglua versus Mohamed Suma. French striker, pretty mid. Not much else I could say about this guy other than Gogliev should run through him. Ground and pound's pretty solid from Gogliev. He's very violent, solid striker, dangerous. I think he's going to be a big problem for Suma. I see him getting a TKO stoppage, first or second round. I'm going to go with Gogliev here by first round TKO, continuing his first round streak. We'll see though. Moving on, we have Azamat Abu Khanov versus Elvis Tachipa. So Tachipa, the thing with him is he has KO power, but he slows down because he gets tired. Um, honestly, I I I I at the initial price plus 375, a little sprinkle on Tachipa. But negative 400 makes sense because Asmat is the A side. He should win this fight, but Elvis is hits hard, and Asmat has shown weakness in his last fight. He is a fraud. I did not see it in his previous tape, but Mazaraf showed that pretty quick. Yeah, so and also I think Mazaraf was the one who head kicked Grog. Because if that's the same guy, yeah, it is. This guy's pretty nasty, so I'm not going to take that too much from him. I think he's going to win this easily. I honestly regret putting my money on Thatch. I'm probably going to get out of it today. We'll see. Um, just because I have no interest in Thadpa, but we'll see if we'll see what I decide to do with here, because Asmat is pretty bad, but we'll see. Moving on, Benjamin Sahek versus Mamadou Mbaye. So Mbaye is a very dangerous man. He's a wild card. We haven't seen much of him. Um, the thing about him that I think will be huge here is his athleticism and his KO power. Benjamin Sehek doesn't really have wrestling. He pulls guard, finds his way on top. Sehek's pretty bad. He has okay jiu-jitsu, but he's pretty bad. He quits. I just don't trust Sehek at all. I gotta take the dog shot at Mbaye. I can never tell someone to pick or bet on Sehek. He is an awful fighter. He only wins off of pure luck and wizardry sorcery because he's a jiu-jitsu guy, you know. So gotta trust in Mbaye here, but we'll see what happens. Not too heavily invested here. Moving on, we have Alexandra Tekina versus Alice Pisiota. Pisiota's a long-rangey striker, uh, mostly a point fighter, decent striking, not great grappling. I think that's where Tekina is going to have some success. She's going to be more of an ape. She's going to be very strong, get her down. She win the top game. Land ground and pound. I think Takana is just going to be the A side here. I think she wins this fight by unanimous decision, potentially even getting a TKO. Tekna can be very dangerous on the feet, but she's horrible. She's horribly mid, and you can't trust her at chalk. So wouldn't touch this spot. Wouldn't touch this spot. But maybe if she's like the last leg of your like 7 leg parlay, then yeah, whatever. But honestly, I could see this being a big bust and her losing a close decision. So pass spot for me, but we'll see. Moving on, we have Gene Dos Santos versus Mohamed Bayo. So just Gina Santos is another example of a guy who's from Africa or wherever, big ape. Like he's very. When I say ape, it's nothing race baited. It's all it's all about like how they fight. Like they don't have a lot of technique. And man, like honestly, I cannot trust in Bayo. I think someone who can force his way on top and just land ground and pound shots can win this fight. I almost wanted to take a shot on Jean de Santos, but this should be a Bayo fight. Negative 400, hell no, but negative 200, I can understand why people played that. He should win this fight. He is the A side. He's got the jiu-jitsu where Gian Dos Santos does not. He is more reliant on his strength and physicality. I think Gene Dos Santos is going to pull an upset here, but I also can see a world where Muhammad Bio finds a decision win or submission win. So pass spot for me, but I lean Bio. But if I was a betting man, you put a gun to my head, I would tell you to bet on Gene Dos Santos. So big pass on this fight. So yeah. If you give you guys my top five predictions, and we'll get out of here. My top five, I would have to say, are Gaglia number one. Number two is Harris. Number three, Tekina. Number four, number four, Bayo. And number five, Abu Khanov. All right, guys. Like, subscribe. You know the drill. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.